Okay, we start Chapter 14, Firms and Competitive Markets. This is N. Gregory Mancu's Principles of Microeconomics. Okay, meaning of competition. And this is going to be the first of 4 market structure chapters. First being competition, then monopoly, then I think either monopolistic competition or oligopoly. Okay, so what does competition mean? Perfectly competitive market has following characteristics. There are many buyers and sellers in the market. The goods offered by the sellers are largely the same. Firms can freely enter or exit the market. So the goods offered by the sellers are largely the same. We call that homogeneous. So everybody is selling exactly the same product. So an example of such a market might be the dairy market. Here we have many individuals, dairy sellers. They're each selling the same product, same homogeneous product, and anyone can set up a dairy farm. Maybe not on the scale of the large dairy farms, but if you have a cow, you have the potential for producing milk. Okay, so this is a perfectly competitive market. And what are the consequences of such a market? They are the actions of any single buyer or seller have a negligible or very small impact on the market price. Each buyer and seller takes the market price as given. Thus, each buyer and seller is a price taker. So the price taker has no control over the price. If they try to raise the price, they're going to get screwed. There's so many competitors out there, and there's no reason to lower the price since everyone can sell the good at the going given price. Okay, let's go behind the scenes a little bit on competition. And we first look at the revenue of a competitive firm. Total revenue for a firm is the selling price times the quantity sold, or price times quantity. We first learned about this in Chapter 5 and a little bit more exploration in 13. But now we're going to use revenue again, and in particular, look at something known as marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is the change in the total revenue from an additional unit sold. Marginal revenue is the change. Remember, marginal means change or extra. Extra revenue from an extra unit sold. So marginal revenue equals change in total revenue over change in quantity. Now for competitive firms, the marginal revenue equals the price of the good. As long as price does not change as one sells an extra unit of a good, that extra unit's revenue will always equal the price. And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. If you sell one more unit of a Starbucks coffee, and let's say that goes for $2, that is going to be the extra revenue to that firm. There's going to be no change as long as the price does not change. Now on a table, this looks like the following. As you can see, looking down for quantity, you can see the prices do not change, and total revenue is going to go up by exactly the price, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Now on this chart, it looks like marginal revenue is on the same rows as the average and total, but really the marginal revenue should be in between at the halfway point. On your Applia diagrams, I'm sure the marginal revenue is going to be set in between quantity of 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and so forth. So here it starts at 2, but really that should be in between that line. in between, right there, is where the 6 should be, and then this line, the other 6, and so forth. Notice also that margin revenue is going to equal the price, and margin revenue is going to equal the average revenue. So we could say that price is going to equal to average revenue is going to be equal to margin revenue at 6. And it's going to mean that that demand curve for the individual firm is going to be horizontal at the number 6. Goal of a competitive firm is to maximize profit. So the firm will want to produce the quantity that maximizes the difference between total revenue and total cost. Alright, we'll explore this a little bit more in the next section. This ends section 1